It's the end of April and it's a great moment to take cuttings from your dahlias. If you're like me, you just love them, you can't get enough of them. And a really cheap way to increase your stock is just to take some cuttings. Cuttings are clones, they're genetically identical, so you know exactly what you're getting. So this one I happen to have in a pot. It's called Happy Halloween. It's bright orange, and I would like some more of this. So you can see how tall it's got. It's about, I don't know, a finger's height, like that. Can you hear the chickens in the background? I'm going to take a knife, a really sharp knife. I'm just going to slice off one of these. There are 4 shoots, I'm going to take one of them. If I take many more, if I took 2 or 3, I'd really weaken the plant, and that would be detrimental to the plant, but I'm just going to take one. I'm going to take this strong one here, and I'm just going to cut through at the very bottom. Now you can take a little bit of the tuber with you. Let's see. I'm going quite deep into the pot here, and there we go, out it comes, look at that. So I've gone right down. Now, if you remember from your school biology, these leaves are transpiring, so water is being lost through these leaves. So when the plant has no roots, as it does at the moment, it's best to give it fewer leaves, because they're stressed, they're drain on the plant. So I'm just going to nip those 2 big leaves off, leaving the rest. Okay, so now we've still got some surface area for photosynthetic activity, but we're not losing loads of water for transpiration. Straight into some water there. Now I do use rooting hormone. This is J. Arthur Bauer's organic rooting powder. You can get gels, and I just think it increases the success rate, but you can do pretty well without them, you just won't have quite as much success. So you've gone from your water, quick dip into your hormone rooting powder, and then pop it into the corner of a pot. Nobody, well, I don't know why they root better in the corner of a pot, but they do seem to, so it's worth doing. If you want to do multiple cuttings, which I really recommend, you can put 2 into a 9 centimetre pot, like this. And it's crucial, sorry about the lorries, that you label it, because I always forget. And so I'm just going to put orange, Happy Halloween. Whoops, daisy. Now the important bit is that you put your new cutting somewhere really, really shady. So maybe on a north-facing wall, something like that, and maybe cover it. A polythene bag would do it. Sometimes I put an upturned crate over the top, and every time I walk past I squirt it with a misty bottle, because what it's doing is a race between the roots and the leaves losing water through transpiration. So it's really, really vital that you keep it damp and you don't leave it anywhere sunny. You may not have dahlias in a pot, or you may. If you have dahlias in a pot and you've taken your cuttings from them, that's probably going to be earlier in the year because you've got them in a greenhouse, and that makes total sense. But if you just want to increase your stock, then you can go to your outdoor dahlias, which might be poking up by now. Some of mine are, some aren't. This is a white cactus, very useful for weddings and stuff. And it's exactly the same principle. So you take your sharp knife, go right down, nick off a shoot, a bit like that, pinch off the outer leaves, dip in water, then your hormone rooting powder, and into the corner of a pot. Water it, that's the same with the other one, but don't keep watering too much on the soil, because what you don't want is water logging. You don't want the root to turn into a soggy mush. So it's best to mist the leaves from above. Remember, keep them somewhere shady and they'll do terrifically.